welcome back to my channel. My name is Leslie. If you don't know me, we are going to be doing this look for today. This is the next look on the Lin Lin Beauty Monster Mash series. If you want to see how I created it, then just keep on watching. Alrighty guys, we are gonna go ahead and get started. Don't mind me, I know I look rough right now, but it is 10 o'clock at night while I'm filming this. So yeah, I look a little bit rough, but we're gonna go ahead and get all of this together and you guys will see it'll look cool at the end. That Anastasia palette, I really do like it, but it stains my eyes a lot. I was wearing it today and it's like really stained my eye. So we're gonna paint our face anyway, so it's all gonna be hidden. Can't see that. So right now what I'm gonna do is just make our skin pale. I'm gonna still use foundation, but I want to make my skin tone a little bit greenish. So we're doing more of a new school, old school type of Maleficent. At least that's what I have in mind. I hope that it turns out the way that I'm envisioning it, but we'll see at the end. So right now I'm just grabbing my Wet n Wild foundation. This is in the shade Desert Beige and that's what the packaging looks like. And I'm just putting it on my little palette thing here because I'm gonna mix some green into that and a little bit of white into that too, because I want like a pale green look. And then I'm just grabbing my little spatula thing here just to grab some of the color. I'm gonna use my Flash palette again and just gonna use the green in here. Just gonna grab a little bit to mix with my foundation and then a little bit of white as well to add to that. And now that I have all those things together in my little palette here, I'm just gonna mix it all. After creating all these characters for these looks, I still don't know what I want to be for Halloween. It's kind of funny, huh? Which one do I like out of all of them? I don't know. I mean, you guys really like that scarecrow one, which is kind of funny because I didn't think I did too good on that one. I think I could have done better, but you guys liked it, so that was kind of cool. Okay, we'll put this on my face and we'll see what it looks like. If not, I'll add a little bit more white to it, but that's what that color looks like. If the camera will pick it up. So as always, we're gonna go ahead and moisturize the face first. I'm gonna be using my Pearlescent Watermelon Energizing Aqua Balm. The light is like, there you go, you can see it better now. Just gonna put a little bit on, make sure that our face is still hydrated. And I'm not gonna do the brows before today because I'm gonna go ahead and just shape them a little bit differently than I usually do. We're gonna make them go up instead of, you know, a normal arc kind of thing. And we're probably gonna make them a little bit darker, like maybe black. I don't know yet. I'm gonna go ahead and place this on my face, just using the spatula, and then we'll blend it out with something. It looks like avocado is on my face. I have avocado on my face. Avocado on my face, avocado on my face. That's my avocado on my face song. Do you guys like it? We're gonna blend it out in sections. Oh. It looks greener than I thought it would. It's okay. We're gonna use some concealer anyways, and it'll probably make it lighter. I look like a zombie with this color shade. Zombie Maleficent. Ooh. Just kidding. We're not doing a zombie Maleficent. Maybe next year. I might actually put it down more a little bit so it covers. That's definitely greener than I thought it was going to be. I look like the ones from Wicked. The witches from Wicked. Have you guys seen that? Or not seen it, but at least heard of it. Show Wicked, the Broadway show. At this point, I'm just making everything green because we're gonna go in with like white concealer, like I said, and we'll fix it up and put some more dimension to it. So don't be too worried about it. You can always just go with regular foundation. But like I said, I want a little bit of the old school Maleficent in this look, not just the Angelina Jolie version of it. I want like the cartoon character as well from Sleeping Beauty. And then I'm also gonna bring it down to the neck a little bit. Maybe next year I'll do a Cinderella, but a zombie Cinderella. Okay, now that we made ourselves green. Alright, I'm gonna grab my ColourPop concealer. This is the white concealer. It is called Fair 00. It's just a white concealer. And I'm gonna put that wherever I would normally conceal, and we're just gonna create some dimension to the face. Using that same sponge. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and set all of that in place. We're gonna go back and do some crazy contouring here in a little bit, but first we're gonna set the face so we can go in with some powders and make this a little bit darker. I'm gonna use a mixture of my Ciate London powder and my Airspun loose powder. The Airspun one has a little tint to it, so that's why I want to add the Ciate one, because that one is white. I just made a mess of myself. Now if you guys could see what this table looks like, no, it is such a mess. I have like props and stuff that I'm gonna use for other looks, like the different jewelry and stuff like that to use for looks. And then I have some palettes over on this side, paints here, I have my powders and foundations and lip products, and it's just a mess in here. There's glitter. It's crazy. Let's just say that much. There's a lot of stuff on my table right now. I haven't even been able to use my vanity for this whole month because I've been trying to keep this up, and if I put my mirror there, it's just gonna mess everything up. I've been using this table to do my makeup on a daily basis, and it's just, I even have paint brushes on here, and I have a cup and a drink and water, and all my brushes are on here. It's just insane, guys. So yeah, that's my life right now, but things will go back to normal as soon as Halloween is over. I don't mind doing these looks because they actually are pretty fun to make them for you guys. I'm just gonna set everything, make sure that everything is in place. Like I said, I mixed a little bit of both of those powders together, and now just putting it on top of the foundation combination thing that we did for the green and placing it over it to set everything in place. Make sure that everything stays nicely. I actually don't mind this tint of green that we have going on. I think once the look is done, it'll look cool. Okay, now that that is set, let's go ahead and do some contouring to the face. I think I'm going to use a little bit of purple and a little bit of black to contour the face. And of course we're going to be using the Morphe 35B palette, and I might use the James Charles palette too. Those are always my go-to guys for all of these looks, just because I know that I can build up those colors if I need to, especially the 35V one, which is this one. Like all these colors, I can build them up to whatever I want, so that's why I like using this one. But you can definitely also use the James Charles one if you have that one, or anything that you have that you know will work. I mean, you don't have to have these exact colors. The point is that you're having fun with doing this and not to stress out too much about what you're creating. We are going to use Morphe brush. It came in one of the travel sets, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that one to start contouring a little bit. I'm gonna start with this shade right here, this one, this purpley color right there, and we're gonna start carving out those cheekbones to make them look crazy like Angelina Jolie's. So we're gonna start here. Of course, her cheekbones are crazy, really snatched, so we'll see if we can try to make them look as close as we can to that. Make your fishy face. Fishy, fishy. As you guys can see, I'm slowly building up that color. I don't want it to be harsh right away, because then we're gonna go in with a little bit of black and we're gonna carve it out a little bit more. And we're gonna bring that all the way down here, just because if you see a picture of hers, they're like way down like that. I'm gonna bring that all the way back here to the temple, because we're gonna go ahead and also make sure that we put some on there. And then here on this part is really carved out as well, so we'll put a little bit on there as well right here. Okay, so you guys can see it's already, when I look straight, you can really see that little dip right there. I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that on the other side as well, obviously because we want both sides to look the same. I'm gonna use a little bit of that purple and then put it here on my forehead. Now to make that line just a little bit more like snatched there, like more straight, we're gonna grab just a little bit of the black from that same palette that I was using. It's the 35B palette. We're gonna make a line right now, but then I'm gonna blend it out, so don't worry too much about it looking like a crazy line. Like that. I know it looks crazy. We're gonna blend it, so don't worry too much about that. I'm gonna grab this stippling brush here. It's a crown brush, just a stippling brush. And then I'm just gonna start blending that into the purple. And if you don't like how it looks, like you guys see this little line right here, that's all the way down here, I'm gonna go ahead and use the same foundation that I used before, just using the same sponge. And then we're just gonna clean it up a little bit, because we don't want it that low, but I did want it a little bit lower. And then I'm just going back here and cleaning up that black line, just blending it in a little bit, because we still want that line. You guys see? Gonna go back in though and blend it a little bit more. Blend that black a little bit more. And now we're gonna do the same to this side. I know that one looks crazy too. We're gonna fix it. Go back in with that shade here and then clean it up a little bit. So just grabbing that green that we used for the face. There we go. We're also gonna contour the nose a little bit, but I'm gonna do purple with that. Just going to grab a smaller brush here to do that part. This is the Farrah brush, the mini tapered blending brush. And we're gonna use the same palette, the same purple that I used to contour the nose a little bit. Bring it all the way up to the brow. Just blending that. Gonna highlight the middle of the nose just with the foundation that we made, just the center. Make sure that we don't lose that green there. Just work that into the beginning of the brow here, that purple. Same thing here. There we go. Now we're gonna move on to a little bit of blush. We'll put it more like up. We're gonna use this NYX Sweet Cheeks blush palette, and we're gonna grab this brush here. This is the Firma 102 brush, and I'm gonna grab a little bit of these two shades right here, this one and this one. Just mix them, go in between both of them. We're gonna do up instead of round. And then we're gonna highlight a little bit. This is the Moda brush, the highlighting brush. So I'm gonna mix my Maleficent and ColourPop Villains collection highlighter. This is Mistress of All Evil Super Shock highlight. I'm gonna put that one on first. Bringing it up to the temples and on my cheekbones. And then I'm gonna use this Makeup Revolution one on top of it. It has a tint of green. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera, but this one right here has a little tint of green. So I'm gonna use that on top of this one. And this one I'm just gonna use on my cheekbones. I won't put it on my nose or anything. Woo! Looking crazy. And now that we have that done, I'm gonna go and do the brows. This is going to be the hardest part because I'm gonna try to reshape them a little bit, trying to make them go up a little bit instead of arched. And I suck at doing brows, so let's hope that it looks good. I'm gonna start off with my Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade. This is in the shade Ebony, and then I'll probably go in with a little bit of black to darken them out. This is just my Sephora brush. This is the number 20 brush, and it has the spoolie and the brush at the other side. So that's what I'll be using. And I'm gonna just brush through my hairs real quick here. You could block them off if you want to, but I'm gonna try to work with the brows that I have and see they are a little bit arched more down, but I'm gonna try to bring them up. We'll see how that goes. Kind of looks like there are up, huh? I think it came out pretty good actually. Cool. Okay, now hopefully the other one will look the same. Wish me luck. I always have troubles with this side. No, it didn't work on this side. Let's see if I can clean it up a little bit. Gonna use a little bit of white concealer and see if I can fix that brow. Just gonna grab a small brush like this and some concealer and try to fix that a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I try to fix it a little bit. No, it doesn't look exactly the same, but that's as good as it's gonna get. Now we're just gonna darken them out a little bit more with some black. Just using that same palette and using the black on here. Gonna go in with the same brush and just darken those out. There we go. Alright, now that we have our brows, let's go ahead and start on our eyes. I'm gonna use the James Charles palette. We're gonna go in with a dark green first, which is this dark green down here, this one. I'm gonna just grab my Morphe E22 brush with that green that I'm gonna start off with first. And just gonna place that a little bit over the crease. Gonna wing it out a little bit. Now I'm gonna grab another brush here, just another fluffy brush. I'm gonna grab that lime green here to blend out that darker green. And I'm gonna just put it over it, just on the edge of that. Also bringing it in here to the eye. Gonna go back in with that darker shade, the darker green, and going to put it on there again. Now I'm just gonna grab my white concealer here and we're gonna cut that crease. And I brought it all the way out here. I'm gonna go ahead and put purple in there. I'm gonna grab the purple in the palette, which is this one, this dark purple right here, and put that wherever I put the concealer. To bring it out a little bit, I want to be more precise, so I'm gonna use a smaller brush, more of a detailed brush. It's really flat. And I'm gonna use that same purple, put it on that brush, and then wing it out. I'm gonna bring it to the lower lash line as well. Now if you guys see, I left a little gap in between there. I want to put a little bit of glitter in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab my glitter primer. This is the NYX glitter primer. I'm gonna put that on that little section that I left blank so I can make a line with glitter. I'm gonna just use the small pencil brush. Just gonna use the same one that we used earlier for brows. This little tiny brush here. And I'm just gonna grab that glitter primer and put it on and then put the glitter on. Gonna just do this glitter right here and put that there. Just gonna grab it with that same brush and carefully start making that line. And that is pretty much the eye. I'm just gonna go off camera, do the other eye, and then we'll come back and finish the rest of the eye and the lips. Alright guys, so we are back with the other eye done, and I did straighten out my hair and put the clothes on. So you guys know I put some white liner on the bottom here on my waterline. I just used the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk on my waterline, and then like I said, I just brought that purple down like I did before I went and did the other eye, and that is all I did. And of course I put a little bit of mascara, and I just used my liquid lash extensions from Thrive Cosmetics for my lashes. And now I'm actually going to put some lashes on to make it just pop a little bit more. I'm going to use the Eylure and Vegas Nay Golden Goddess lashes. They are dramatic, but that's exactly what I'm going for. You don't have to put lashes if you don't want to. Just gonna go ahead and coat them real quick and put them on. I'm using my Duo eyelash adhesive to glue them on. These are a little bit more on the thick side, so like the band is a little bit more thick, so they're a little bit harder to work with than your regular like demi-wispy kind of lashes, just so you know. Okay, as you guys can see, these are dramatic, and that is exactly what I want. Alright, there we go. And now we're gonna go ahead and do the lips, and she has a red lip, so we are gonna use another thing from the Villains collection. This is not a Maleficent one because she has a pink one. I don't know why they made hers pink because her lips are red. I'm gonna use the Cruella one, which is a red lip. So let's go ahead and put that on. And now I'm gonna bring that green a little bit more down here on my neck just to cover it up. Grabbing that same sponge that we've been using, and I still have some left over from earlier. Just gonna use it and bring it down to my chest. Just so it all matches. There we go. And now we're gonna move on to the hair part. I'm gonna put the little horn things first. These I just got at Walmart, and they're actually pretty cool. They look like her horns, and they're not like the big huge ones, but these will work. We're gonna put them on, and then we'll fix them once they're on our head. I'm gonna pull my hair out from them here. Ooh. And here. So they look like they're actually on my head. Pull this hair back because her hair is like slicked back. Okay, so now that we have those covered and ready to go, we're gonna put the little crown. And there's one shot I think of her, she's wearing like this little crown thing, so I'm gonna be using this here, and it kind of goes with the whole purple vibe, so I'm gonna use this for it. Go. Pull this to the back. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. This is my version of Maleficent. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. We'll see you in my next one. Toodles!